Number 20. Unusual shared husband customs. In Bangladesh, there still exists a remarkably peculiar custom according to the Mandi tribe tradition, a tribe practicing a matrilineal system in the highlands. Widows who want to remarry must choose a man from the same lineage as their deceased husband to protect the family alliance. However, the men chosen by women for remarriage are often much younger than them. Thus, these widows will provide one of their daughters as a second bride to accept marriage, including marital relations and reproduction, when the girl reaches adulthood. Many laughable and tearful stories of this love triangle have occurred, causing the mother and daughter to lose their affection for each other just because of sharing a husband. What do you think about this tradition? Feel free to comment and let me know. Number 19. The white water lily, the symbol of Bangladesh. The water lily is considered a significant religious symbol, especially in Islam. In Bangladesh, it symbolizes a pure soul because this flower maintains its purity wherever it grows, no matter how dirty the surroundings may be. For the people of Bangladesh, besides representing purity, the water lily also carries another meaning. It is a symbol of peace. In the heart of the capital, Dhaka, a sculpture of the Shapa water lily is erected, surrounded by a fountain, to express national reverence for this flower. The national emblem also features the water lily prominently. Number 18. The land of child brides. Bangladesh is one of the countries with the highest rates of child marriages globally, with 1 in 3 brides returning to their husbands' homes when they are still too young. Almost no other country in the world has as many child brides as Bangladesh. According to UNICEF, nearly 1 in 3 girls in this country gets married before reaching 15 years old. It's truly horrifying, isn't it? At that age, girls who have to get married not only have to give up their childhood, but also abandon their education and potential careers. After returning to their husbands' homes, they are often isolated from society and family friends, almost losing any opportunity for education or a profession. The vast majority of young wives will perform household chores, believing that women's earning potential is insignificant compared to men's and is a burden on the family. Therefore, in a marriage, the bride's family often has to pay a large dowry to the groom's family, with the dowry amount decreasing as the bride's age decreases. This is a deep-rooted cause of early child marriages in Bangladesh. What do you think about this? Leave a comment and let me know. Number 17. Animal sacrifice rituals of the Eid al-Adha festival in Islam. Eid al-Adha is an annual commemorative festival similar to Thanksgiving for Muslims. This holiday originates from the story of Abraham, the forefather of both Jews and Arabs, sacrificing his son to thank Allah for sparing him. Number 16. The national flag is dark green and red. The dark green color of the flag symbolizes the country's natural landscape with vibrant greenery and the Islamic faith. Additionally, the red circle in the middle symbolizes bloodshed for independence. However, the red circle also signifies the rising sun of Bangladesh. Number 15. The largest national bank heist of 2016. In February 2016, the Bangladesh Central Bank was the target of one of the largest bank heists in history. Hackers attempted to steal approximately $1 billion in 35 smaller transactions via the SWIFT network from the Bangladesh Bank through the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Out of the 35 transactions, 5 were approved, totaling $111 million, while the remaining 30 were flagged for review by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, amounting to $850 million. The subsequent investigation into the theft discovered the presence of the DDoS malware on the Bangladesh Central Bank system. This malware spread through email systems and infiltrated computers to gather necessary confidential information for hackers to access privileged networks like SWIFT. Out of the $81 million stolen, $20 million was traced to Sri Lanka and recovered, while $61 million was traced to the Philippines, of which only about $18 million has been recovered to date. Number 14. Royal Bengal tigers could become extinct within 5 decades. The national animal of Bangladesh is the Royal Bengal tiger, symbolizing fierceness and courage. The East Bengal Regiment in Bangladesh is nicknamed the Bengal Tigers, and the regiment's emblem is a tiger's face. The logo of the Bangladesh Cricket Board also features a Bengal tiger. Currently, there are around 300 to 500 of these tigers in Bangladesh. Poaching is a serious issue, meaning these tigers could become extinct within 5 decades. Number 13. The world's largest ship graveyard. Bangladesh is known as the country with the most ship recycling yards worldwide. Chittagong is one of the most famous cities for shipbreaking yards, with over 80 shipbreaking yards located along a 20-kilometer coastline. The ship graveyard in Chittagong is situated on the beach and mudflats of the Sitakunda estuary. It is divided into dozens of shipbreaking yards and various steel rolling mills. On average, Chittagong receives about 200 large vessels per year, accounting for 1/5 of the total scrap vessels globally. All are dismantled, and metal materials are recovered for recycling in steel rolling mills. When the tide rises, the wrecked ships are towed into the mud flat area. On average, this shipbreaking area recycles over 2 million tons of steel annually, providing a significant economic benefit to Bangladesh. However, the working environment here is extremely hazardous and toxic, seriously affecting the health of laborers. What do you think about this place? Please share your thoughts below in the comments. Bangladesh is a land traversed by approximately 700 rivers, including the Jamuna, Padma, and Meghna rivers. With this number, the country is also known as the one with the most rivers in the world. The Buriganga River in Dhaka is known as the Old Lady Ganga, and is part of the Ganges River, but is now a separate river. The riverside is bustling with ferry crossings throughout the day, and cargo ships transport their goods. These rivers not only provide abundant water resources but also create magnificent landscapes in Bangladesh. One of the most exciting experiences you can try when in Bangladesh is a night boat trip on the Rocket, a paddle steamer ferrying across the Dhaka and Kulna rivers that has been in operation for over a century. In 2019, the Bangladesh Supreme Court passed a law stating that anyone causing damage to the river could be brought to court by the National River Conservation Commission after pollution in the river became uncontrollable. Looking at Bangladesh's beautiful water landscapes, would you like to explore here? Share your opinions below. Number 11. Most of Bangladesh's export items come from the textile industry. Bangladesh is one of the world's leading exporters of textile products. The export volume of these items accounts for up to 85% of the country's total export turnover of $55 billion annually. Currently, there are about 3,500 textile factories in Bangladesh, producing clothing for many leading fashion brands worldwide, such as Zara, Levi's, and H&M. However, the living conditions of the 4 million workers in this industry still face many difficulties. Many people live on minimum wages of around 12,500 takas, which is just over $100 per month. Therefore, many factories and workers have staged protests for higher wages and better working conditions. Number 10. Diverse cuisine. Bangladesh is a paradise for many irresistible vegetarian dishes made from rice and green vegetables year-round. The spices are also very diverse and colorful, to the extent that there is a special market area called Karn Bazaar that sells excellent vegetarian food. The traditional meals of Bangladesh are quite unique. Breakfast, served around 8 a.m., consists of a style of rice soaked in water and slightly fermented called panta, or puffed rice called murri. Lunch around 2 p.m. is the main meal called dal, with all the food finely chopped and simmered. Dinner typically features rice served with milk. The four most popular beverages in Bangladesh are pure tea, jujube fruit juice, refreshing lassi, and delicious sugarcane juice. Some popular dishes include biryani, known as the king of all dishes in Bangladesh, and a staple at family gatherings. Biryani consists of rice and special mutton. If you come to Dhaka without enjoying the famous biryani from Tsunami Restaurant, it will be a big loss. Additionally, vuna khichuri is a famous dish in Bangladesh that you must try when you come to Dhaka. Vuna khichuri is cooked with rice, chicken, and beef. First, the rice is cooked dry, and then the meat is added. Number 9. Bangladesh is a relatively young country. Bangladesh, officially known as the People's Republic of Bangladesh, became an independent country in 1971. It was a part of East Pakistan for nearly 3 decades after the British colonial period in the 1940s. After the genocide in Bangladesh in 1971, the Bangladesh Revolution gained independence for the country. In 1991, the country restored a democratic government. This country emerged amid poverty and war, with millions of people fleeing to India or being killed by Pakistani soldiers. Hearing this, do you think this young country will sink into poverty? In fact, this country has risen very strongly. In 1971, Pakistan was about 70% richer than Bangladesh. Today, Bangladesh is 45% richer than Pakistan. Moreover, the GDP per capita of this country is even higher than that of India. Bangladesh's growth lies in three main pillars: exports, social progress, and financial prudence. Number 8. The world's largest mangrove forest. This is the place with the largest mangrove forest in the world. The Sundarbans mangrove forest is recognized by UNESCO as the largest forest in the world. It covers an incredible area of 140,000 hectares and is located on the delta of the Ganges, Brahmaputra, and Meghna rivers on the Bay of Bengal. It contains 3 wildlife sanctuaries in the south. This is the habitat of many endangered species and is internationally recognized for its high biodiversity of mangrove flora and fauna. Residents here include over 360 species of birds, Bengal tigers, Ganges river dolphins, Indian pythons, and Aau dolphins. However, tourism to this mangrove forest is still relatively difficult for tourists due to narrow paths and limited accommodation. Number 7. Islam is the predominant religion in Bangladesh. Islam was introduced to the Bengal region by Arab and Persian missionaries and merchants in the 13th century, becoming the state religion of Bangladesh. More than 85% of the population, approximately over 148 million people, are Sunni Muslims, the largest branch of Islam. According to the World Atlas, this makes it the 4th largest Muslim community in the world, after Indonesia, Pakistan, and India. Over 10% of the population follows Hinduism. Additionally, there is a small portion of Buddhists, Christians, and other branches of Islam. Number 6. Facing severe climate change. Despite its stunning natural scenery with numerous rivers, Bangladesh is one of the countries most severely affected by climate change. When the cyclone season hit Bangladesh in 2020, floods ensued, submerging about a quarter of the country in water for weeks. Nearly 1.3 million homes were damaged, and hundreds of thousands of people were displaced by the floods. Bangladesh is prone to flooding due to its many rivers flowing through the country. With the current unavoidable situation of climate change, floods are expected to become even more severe in the future. Nearly 80% of Bangladesh's land area is flood-prone, with much of the country's land lying just 1 meter or less above sea level. Therefore, the government must continuously experiment with new solutions to minimize the dangerous consequences. If you plan to visit this country, I advise against going during the flood season as it can be very dangerous. Number 5. Bangladesh has 6 seasons. Not every place in the world experiences the 4 seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter in a year due to various reasons related to cultural traditions, commerce, and agriculture. Bangladesh's weather is divided into 6 seasons: summer, monsoon, autumn, late autumn, winter, and spring. Summer in Bangladesh lasts from mid-April to mid-June, characterized by hot and dry weather with occasional severe storms. The monsoon season extends from mid-June to mid-August, bringing about 85% of the total rainfall in the year. The decrease in temperature and humidity from mid-August to mid-October marks the autumn season. Then the weather of late autumn becomes cooler from mid-October to mid-December. The next 2 months are winter, the most beautiful season in Bangladesh, with an average temperature ranging from 11 to 20 degrees Celsius. Spring occurs from mid-February to mid-April when warm breezes blow through and thunderstorms often occur in the late afternoon. Number 4. National poet Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, a Bengali scholar and the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, is the national poet of Bangladesh. His contributions to literature, music, and art are celebrated throughout the country. Tagore's residence in Bangladesh, known as Shilaidaha Kuthibari, is now a museum. An interesting fact is that Tagore was also the first Asian to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, and not only left behind high-value works for humanity, but also composed the national anthems for 2 countries, India and Bangladesh. The song, Amar Sonar Bangla, was written by Tagore in 1906 during a turbulent period when Bengal was divided by the British. The first 10 lines of the song were chosen by the government of Bangladesh as the national anthem in 1971, and officially approved in 1972. The song symbolizes the prosperity of Bengal and inspires unity. Number 3. Hilsa fish, a popular fish of Bangladesh. Hilsa fish, a species of herring fish, is highly favored in Bangladesh. This fish is considered an icon of Bangladesh and is always present in the traditional rituals of the indigenous people. In the past, during wedding ceremonies, the groom's family would not forget to bring several hilsa fish, wrapped in a red sari cloth and adorned with bridal jewelry. People also offer a pair of hilsa fish to the goddess Saraswati, the deity of knowledge, music, art, and nature, during festivals honoring her. Hilsa fish is prepared into many delicious dishes, but for many people in Bangladesh and India, nothing beats enjoying a meal with hilsa fish curry cooked with black mustard seeds, giving it a spicy taste like chili. In ordinary households in Bangladesh, hilsa fish preserved in salt and dried in the sun is always kept for gradual consumption throughout the year. Have you ever tried any dishes made from this fish, or would you like to try any dishes from Bangladeshi cuisine? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 2, the world's leading tea exporter. Bangladesh is the world's leading tea exporter. Most tea plantations are concentrated in Sylhet, where the largest tropical forest, Lawachara, is located. When visiting Sylhet, you can take a tour of the Lawachara forest, visit tea, banana, and guava plantations, and visit ethnic villages. You will come across lush green tea fields nestled in the shade of large trees. The tea industry plays a crucial role in the country's economy and is known for producing high-quality tea. In addition to the tea forests mentioned above, fresh green tea gardens in Sylhet and the hilly regions of Chattogram are also significant tea-growing areas in Bangladesh. Especially when visiting Sylhet, you can also enjoy a unique 5-color tea with 5 flavors: ginger tea, rose tea, cinnamon tea, oolong tea, and green tea. Have any of you tried tea from Bangladesh before, and how was it? Feel free to comment and let me know. Number 1. Over 50% of the workforce is in agriculture. Bangladesh has a predominantly rural population engaged in agriculture. 70% of the population lives in rural areas. Nearly 50% of the country's workforce is directly involved in agriculture. Because of its lush landscapes with rivers and seas, it is not surprising that agriculture is an essential part of the economy. So, we've explored the 20 most interesting and strange facts about Bangladesh. Which fact impressed you the most? Remember to comment to see which aspect of Bangladesh you find most interesting. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos from us. See you in the next videos.